Now, I will show you what happens when you sprinkle on this guy, because it's kind of fun. Come on. Come on. He gets derpy eyes until you hit him. That was fun. That was totally worth 5 pieces of magic powder. No, it wasn't. Welcome back to another episode of Games Done Slow and Bad. We're going to do some more fetch questing. This alligator likes dog food. Let's talk to him. What's that you have? It's canned food? For heaven's sake, man. Give that canned food to me, please. He's hysterical. What do you do? Yeah, we'll give him it. Oh, thank you. I'll take that. Nom, nom, nom. Munch, munch. That was great. I know it's not a fair trade, but here's some bananas, yum. You gave him dog food and got bananas in return. Good deal. Alright, so we actually went back to the beach to get that done. If you're using this to attempt to figure out what you are doing, that's what you're doing. Alright, so we're going to head to the mysterious woods. Like every Zelda game, there is some sort of mysterious forest, and there's some aspect of a maze within it. This one's a little different, and I like it. I like how it works. We're not going to pick that up. I can't stand the music associated with that. Oh, I can't stand the music associated with that. Actually, both the power-ups I really don't... Both the power-ups I really don't care for. The Guardian Acorn makes you more defensively stout. The Piece of Power makes you offensively stout. Again, neither of them are that fun. Here is a cutscene! Hoot hoot! Ho, brave lad, on your quest to wake the dreamer. Welcome to the mysterious wood. Much of mystery you will find in this uncharted Koholint Island. I'm afraid you may find it a trifle difficult to leave the island while the windfish naps. By the by, have you ever visited the Tail Cave, which is south of the village? Go there with the key you find in this forest. The windfish is watching. Hoot. Alright, so this game uses a dungeon key system to lock progress and keep you from progressing beyond where they want you to. So it's not that the items limit you from getting there, or in some cases that is also the case. It's really the availability of keys. And very early, the world opens up to you quite a bit. So I want to show you a character who I think is the most adorable character in this game. It's Mr. Raccoon! As a raccoon, my nose is very sensitive to stuff like dust and powder. Hee hee ho! You're going to be lost thanks to me, hee hee hee. So you hear that sound? Basically, it means oh, piece of power. You get a piece of power, you can feel the energy flowing through you. Alright, so my output is significantly increased. I'm actually been transported to a further away part of the map. So that's what a piece of power does, for reference. I hate the music, I hate the sound associated with it, I don't care for it at all. But we can't progress any further until we take out the raccoon. Now, he told us what we need to do. He does not care for dust. Which means we need magic powder. Because obviously, the only way to kill an animal is with questionably ascertained quote-unquote magical powder. Alright, that's the first time I walked into a lift rock. That'll happen quite a few times, and that'll be annoying, as it prompts you every time. Alright. So here's a typical looking cave. Typical cave in this game. I do not like the pad I have for this. Typical cave in this game has a bunch of floors that you can fall through. 50 rupees, very nice. And you don't want to fall through those holes because that's annoying. Alright, and here's a puzzle. Unfortunately, we can't get that heart piece because those skulls require a lift upgrade. We'll come back for it, though. Don't you worry. Magic mushroom! You pick the toadstool. As you hold it over your head, a mellow aroma flows into your nostrils. Okay, so like a Link to the Past, you have to go and bring this to a witch to have it converted into magic powder. Magic powder is an interesting item in this game. I'd argue that it's probably a little bit more useful than magic powder in other games. It has the similar properties of lighting fires and such, but I think it has a couple more offensive properties with enemies that are kind of fun. Okay, take them out. Not getting that. So, the Guardian Acorn, the Piece of Power drop every so many kills. Great. So, speedrunners actually memorize the pattern of the drop and sync up their kills with it and attempt to increase or decrease their kills in certain dungeons to make it happen. Here's a crazy witch with her cat, who's a black cat but is technically blue. That's interesting. Let's give this witch this toadstool. Ah, it has the sleepy toadstool, it does. We'll mix it up something in a jiffy. We will. Okay. It's all ready, it is. Take care. As there's not much there, why not try a bit in my hut? So this will actually light things on fire. You got some magic powder. Try sprinkling on a variety of things. No, we're not going to sprinkle on those things because that's a waste. Now, I will show you what happens when you sprinkle on this guy because it's kind of fun. Come on. Come on. He gets derpy eyes until you hit him. That was fun. That was totally worth 5 pieces of magic powder. No, it wasn't. That was an incredible waste, but it's okay. I'm going to play this game in the form of YOLO. So, interesting thing, when you get hit by an enemy in this game, it causes some degree of knockback. That knockback can actually propel you over holes. So, all of this stuff we're doing right now is technically unnecessary, because we could have done a skip, which I'll show you in a second, to avoid this. But hey, raccoon, eat dust! Alright, become a Spinny Raccoon. And who is Spinny Raccoon? None other than Taran. Last thing I can remember was biting into a big juicy toadstool. Then I had the darndest dream. I was a raccoon. Yes, sounds strange, but it sure was fun. Okay. Now we can progress. And hey, here look, here's a chest. What's in the chest? It's a key. You got the tail key. Now you can open the tail cave gate. And before we can move, Hoot Hoot the owl comes. Hoot Hoot! Take the key and go to the tail cave. Yeah, retrieve the instrument that is hidden there. Go now, the windfish is waiting, Hoot. Okay. This hole over here is the skip I was talking about. If you can convince that guy to go down, you can... Let me see if I can actually do it. Like, I'm not technically going to do it, but let's see if I can goat him to come over and shoot my shield. Now... So you can actually damage boost off of his arrow and actually cross it and skip that whole sequence of having to get the powder. The game actually resets Taran and doesn't make you go get the powder again, so it is a bug in sequence that's actually worthwhile. Okay, we made pretty good time. Let's go do some, if not all, of the tail cave. This game goes pretty quick, so I don't think this will be as long as some of our other Let's Plays, which is why I'm happy to mix it in. One of the reasons I like Dead Cells is it mixes in well and it doesn't require a huge commitment from me. One of the reasons why I have de-scoped Paper Mario is that it requires a huge commitment from me to play through, and the interest isn't there. So I need one of those two things to exist. Both would be ideal. Hey, look! Moldorms! Yup. Moldorms. It's Moldorms. The third boss of A Link to the Past, and quite frankly, the worst boss in the Light World. We're in Tail Cave Level 1. I have no idea what those guys' names are, but they're also in... Oh, hey, look. We got a compass! You get the compass. Now you can see where the chest and the nightmare are hidden. This compass has a new feature. A tone will tell you if a key is hidden in the room when you enter. Okay, so, fun fact about this game. It has the exact same compass, boss key, map set of items as Link to the Past. It's something that continues into Ocarina of Time, which is just kind of a little interesting factoid. And it's somewhat annoying. You get a small key, you can open a locked door. The reason I say it's kind of annoying is they also added an extra item that gives you a hint that sometimes is critical. So now you just know all the items. At last, you got a map. It's been like 3 seconds. Press the start button to look at it. Let's look at it. Okay, there's the map. Those little box-looking things are treasure chests. The skeleton is the nightmare. Again, this is the windfish. We're trying to wake it up from its slumber. The bosses are called nightmares. I hope that you see the trend here. I hope... Ugh. That's so annoying. Has there ever been a game where you don't want to collect the power-ups? You got ropes, Joy. Ow. Nope. Line this up, go. You got a key. So the other fun fact about this game is it involves multiple levels, which are done in sort of a hackneyed way that you can actually exploit. So you're actually able to jump up some of these ledges by accident. I'm not skilled enough to do so. I'm just simply pointing out that it is indeed a thing that you will see speedrunners do. I will generally run dungeons the, I'm going to say quote-unquote right way. The dev-intended way. We're gonna walk out of here with 100. That's awfully nice. You see that bird up there? It's an owl without a beak. We gotta find his beak. These guys are conceptually super interesting. You have to hit them with your shield in order to flip them over. And who are these guys but Goombas? That's right. There is a Legend of Zelda game that involves Goombas. If you didn't know that, this is an interesting little factoid. Take note, because I don't believe that they reappear in any other games. Maybe Ages and Seasons, but we'll see at some point in the future if that's the case. Hey, wait a second. That's in the air. I can't get that. What does that mean? Well, my friends, that means shenanigans. Rock's Feather. It feels like your body is a lot lighter. Rock's Feather is one of my favorite items in any Zelda game. The simple ability to be able to jump seems so relatively insignificant, but if you think about it, a lot of things within Zelda become a lot easier when you can jump. So, not having to go down these ladders, if you don't want to, it's pretty big. Ooh. That was pretty embarrassing. So, I am playing this, by the way, on a Retron 5. I can't recommend the Retron 5 enough. I've had a blast using it. This game gave me a little bit of a hard time, but it was incredibly dirty. Oh, I almost made it. I have not actually had any problems with any other games. And I've gotten some dirty secondhand games in. You got the Nightmare's key. Now you can open the door to the Nightmare's lair. So the Nightmare, again, to be super clear, is the boss. We're going to go to the boss. As I've already told you, the boss is Moldorm, because it's a tail cave. Moldorm has a tail. Do the math. I hate this music. It needs to stop. Alright. So, each dungeon is divided to include a mini-boss as well as the main boss. Most of the mini-bosses are slouches. This one is no exception. He rolls his big rolling stick thing at you. Dodge it. Slash him. He dies. The end. Okay. This is an interesting puzzle. As a child, I found this incredible... Oh, I can't hit him. Incredibly difficult. You gotta get them all in the same suit. Heart. Alright, what is it? Who's the word? Save? Where's heart? Heart is after... Club? Oh, I just missed that. Okay, we're going for hearts. We're going for hearts. And I need that other guy. Yeah! Got it! Alright, heart, heart, heart. And what do we get? You found a stone beak! Let's find the owl statue that it belongs to. Right here. So these are interesting. Turn aside the spiked ones with a shield. So this is a hint. This was added to the game. It makes the game a lot easier. When you're at a spot and you can't figure out what to do next, and by the way, since this is a Game Boy game, you are going to get that. There wasn't enough time to add, you know, basic tutorials for every function of the game. So there are going to be times where you're going to be stumped. It's just, that's the territory. Having that allows you to go through the game and know what to do. Buzz Outsider. So this is Moldorm. Like the other Moldorm boss, if he hits you down here, you have to climb back up. It's super annoying. I hate it so much. Buzz, Buzz, Outsider. The trick with Moldorm is he's a lot easier than A Link to the Past because you can jump over him. So I'm going to jump. Only his head. Only his head does damage. There we go. That was almost a death, by the way. Look at my hearts. 1. Hey, look, a heart piece. Now, okay, the Windfish, melodies, all of this stuff. What are the items you need to collect in this game? They are instruments. We're going to be quiet and enjoy this. You've got the Full Moon Cello. Just sit back for a second and enjoy this. Does the music of this game not give you chills? Swamp. The path opens. In the blooms. Alright, and with that, we have completed another episode of Games Done Slow and Bad, Link's Awakening. Thank you so much for watching. As always, we're going to bring more episodes back later this week, next week, some cadence. So stay tuned. If you enjoyed what you saw, subscribe. If not, drop me a comment and let me know what I can do better. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good night.